And now, live from C Nation Studios at Irwin Academy, it's the C Nation Podcast Show.
What's up, guys? I'm Mr. C in the place to be, Studio B from Irwin Academy. What's going on? Coming at you with another lesson. It's gonna be a drum lesson today.
Lucky.
I know, right? But there's a catch. It's reading notes. Haha. So, we're going to get into reading notes. I'm going to try to do a little bit for all my drummers, buckets, drumline, drum set players. It is important to study your fundamentals. You just need to know this stuff, okay? It's not just about going to the drums and playing. You got to get a little bit of knowledge up here too, because it makes you more of a threat as a drummer. You know more. The more you know, the more you can do, okay? So this is some important stuff to learn. These are rudiments. We're going to practice some rhythm patterns, okay? We're going to look at quarter notes, eighth notes, 16th notes. We're also going to look at, for the first time, triplets and dotted eighth notes, which are more advanced techniques for, usually, for 6th grade drummers. I'm drinking some sweet tea. And I brought out my stick bag so I can show you some stuff before we get started. Right in my front pocket, I always keep a drum key, because you need a drum key in case something happens, something comes loose, or you need a tune. Also, I have these moon gels. They're just blue squishy thingies. My buddy Matt over at Rollover Beethoven, what's up, Matt? Sold these to me for when I used to play drum set in a band. And what these do is you, if I can get one out, you peel them apart, and they are in little rectangles, and you put them on your drum, and it helps to kill the sustain on the drum. What that means is your drum won't ring out as much, and it'll dampen the sound for you. They're pretty cool. I don't keep them on my drum because I don't want them to dry out, so when I'm done, I take them off and put them away. Inside the stick bag, I have not opened this thing up in a very long time. Got a bunch of different types of sticks. So, you guys remember these ones from the last video? My ProMark sticks with the grip. Cool. These are my favorite sticks. That one is, not sure on that. These are Vic Firth sticks. These are the Dave Weckl Evolution. They're orange. Orange is not my favorite color. It just so happens to be that Matt also sold me these. He's like, hey, try these out, Mr. C. I'm like, okay, Matt. So I bought them out and tried them out. They're pretty cool. These are my favorite sticks to use when I'm playing the drum set, okay? If you know me, my favorite color is dark blue, and this is far from dark blue. But when I went to buy some sticks, I wanted to try something new. I tried these out, and when I hold them in my hands, they feel good. I feel comfortable with these sticks. So these are the sticks that I like to use. They're orange. Cool. I'm indifferent. I'm not like, oh, they're orange, or, oh, they're orange. It's just like, oh, cool, they're orange, okay? If they were not colored, if they were just wood, which eventually they will look like that. Here's an older stick, and the paint chips off, and look, it's just one underneath. It doesn't matter. Okay, these are still the sticks that I prefer to use. I have other sticks too. And sorry, I haven't opened this in a long time, so I'm trying to organize them. I probably shouldn't be doing that now. But I have these other, these are also Dave Weckl sticks. Kind of maroon, brownish, reddish color. These are cool. I don't think I've ever used these. I think a friend of mine used these a lot, and you can see. Used them. I don't think I've ever used them though. I also have some Hot Shots, some spaghetti sticks when you need to play quieter. They're relatively new. I haven't used them a lot. And I didn't even see I had this. Brushes. Those of you that have seen the brushes in the classroom, brushes for playing jazz, stuff like that. I'm not that good with brushes at all. So that's my stick bag. Why am I putting the sticks away? Mr. C, I thought this was a drum video. Why don't you keep your sticks out? Because in the last video I said, well, you know, if you don't have your stuff, that's fine. You don't need sticks to play drums. You don't need a drum pad. Heck, you don't even need a drum. You could do body drum set. I'm not going to do that. But I have the conga from school, and I'm going to be using it. And I'm not going to pick it up to show you. Yeah, no, because it's under my desk where it's not as loud. So I'm going to be using the conga. Okay, so let's get started with how this video is going to work. Okay, so right here below me, I'm going to be putting numbers. Okay, we're going to be working in 4/4 time, meaning in every measure of music. Let me show you because I got my book. Shout out to Javi Banuelos, Astrology Studios. He's the one that gave me this book. He's the one that told me about this book. This is actually his copy, and he gave it to me so that way I can use it to teach you guys. So, Javi, thank you. I still have this book, and I'm using it. I've been using it since you gave it to me. Okay? Check this out. This is something very simple. Okay? Sorry if I just got really loud talking. Can't see myself. We have quarter notes. Okay? Every one of my drummers can play this very easy. From my 4th grade drummers to my 6th grade drummers. Okay? Especially, you know, the ones that read music. Like my band drummers. They read music all the time. Rock band drummers, if you had experience doing this, yeah, you can figure this out. Drumline, all of you probably like, Mr. C, I can do this. Okay? Yeah. Quarter notes. These things right here are called quarter notes. Okay? They're a little dark circle, and they have a little line coming at the top. Little pole, little flag, little tail, whatever you want to call it to help you remember what these look like, okay? This whole measure, you have 2 lines of music. The top line, the bottom line, okay? The bottom line, I don't want you to pay attention to. I want you to pay attention to the top line, okay? The bottom line, if you want to practice, I want you to do that with your foot, okay? If you're a drum set player, use your bass drum foot, your right hand, okay? If you're not, then just tap your foot. Okay, no matter what lesson we go through in this book, the bottom line is always going to be quarter notes. It's always going to be 4 quarter notes. It's always going to be, okay, it's always going to be like this. No matter what rhythm we're playing, okay? Make sense? Okay, so do that with your foot. If, yeah. Do it with your foot. It's good practice. Okay? All right. So, how do you play this? For those of you that have never, ever seen music notes before, what does that mean and how do I play it? Okay. Anytime you see one of these, that means 1 count of music, 1 beat of music. It's this. 1. Wow. And there's 4 in a measure, so you're not going to go... You're not going to go... No. The speed of your music, the tempo, the meter, is... If you're practicing, it could be whatever you want. It could be fast. It could be slow. Whatever you prefer, okay? In a classroom setting, in an ensemble setting, that's decided by the conductor, the director, your teacher, okay? He's the one that gives you speed that we're going to practice. Usually like how I do in all of my videos. Anytime that I'm in class, I will always count my students off. 1, 2, ready, go. That's the speed. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, ready. You get it, right? Okay. So to play 4 quarter notes, to play 4 of these notes right there, we're going to go like this. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. How do I know when to play? 1, 2, 3. No, that's wrong. That's too fast. Okay? Every snap, every click, every time you tap your foot, that's a beat. Okay? Quarter notes, you will have 4 beats in every measure, okay, in 4/4 time. That's the wrong page. So, you're going to play every time you hear a snap, okay? Let's practice it. I'm not going to play. I want you to hit something. Don't break anything. Don't get in trouble. And if you don't have anything to hit, tap on your leg, okay? You can snap with me. You can clap, whatever you want to do, okay? I'm going to count you off, and I want you to play at the same time that I'm snapping, like this. And stop. Not 5, 4. Okay, ready? 1, 2, ready, go. Play, 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 play. Stop. That's it. That's 4 quarter notes. 4 simple quarter notes. Okay? Now, we also have something called rests in music. And we have rests right here on the second line of music. Okay? They look like little squiggly lines. Can you see that? Squiggly line? Note, note, note. See on the bottom, I said it'll always be quarter notes. Okay? These are called quarter rests. You get 1 count of rests. Well, Mr. C, how do you play a rest like this? You don't play. You rest. Okay? But you don't rest forever for whenever you feel like it. You rest for how long the value of the music note is. Okay? A rest is it's an unplayed piece of music. You don't play it. You pause. Okay? So if I wanted to, let's give a better example. Okay? 4 quarter notes, right? Let's cut that in half. Let's do 2 quarter notes. And let's alternate. Let's do quarter note, rest, quarter note, rest. So we're going to go play, stop, play, stop. It's going to sound like this. Check it out. 1, 2, 3, go. Play, stop, play, stop. I had to think about it for a minute. It didn't all register up here. Okay? It's going to go something like this. Let me see if I have an example on the book. I know I do somewhere. Here it is, right here, number 15. Okay, so here's the music. Here's what we just did. Play, pause, or play, rest, rest. Some of my students, when they're first getting started reading music notes, they say rest. It helps them. Okay, they'll be like, rest, rest. Or if they have drumsticks, which I don't have my drumsticks out because I said I wasn't going to, and they're playing, they'll click their sticks together to help them remember to rest. Do what helps you, okay? Now, later on, you don't want to click on a rest. When you're more comfortable and more experienced with playing music, you know, after a little while of practicing and stuff, try not to click anymore. Try to get through that because there shouldn't be any sound coming from your instrument on a rest, okay? Cool. So, I wanted to explain how I'm going to be writing notation here for this video because it's a lot to try to find music notes. I've tried to find them before and make it work, but I can't make it work. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be putting numbers right here beneath me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And I know my drum line, this will make more sense to you because you see this all the time. Whenever tea break. Whenever you see a number, you're going to play. Okay. Like for example, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Later on, we'll get to sticking pattern and stuff like that. If you want to alternate your sticking pattern or your playing pattern, do it. Okay. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't worry about it. If you want to do this, do it. If you want to do this, do it. Okay. We're just playing. We're just practicing right now. We'll get into sticking pattern later. If you see a plus down below, that means and. Okay. When you see a plus, that means and. It's going to help you count your rhythms. Okay. If you see a E, that means E. And if you see an A, it means okay? Because in different rhythms, it helps to say it. If you can say it, you can play it, okay? So if I'm playing 4 quarter notes are easy. They each get 1 beat, okay? So that means they each get a number. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. When I start getting into a little more complicated rhythms, I'm going to start playing faster. 8 notes are faster than quarter notes, okay? And 8 notes, most commonly, are seen like this right here. Do, 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 do. Now, if you see right here on the bottom, I'm talking quieter because I don't want to be too loud. You still have the quarter notes, okay? So for every 1 beat, for every quarter note, you have 2 8 notes, okay? This is the math part, okay? For every 1 quarter note, you put 2 beats in. Bum, 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 bum. See that? Okay? So, half of a quarter is an eighth. There's a math part. This is all fractions and stuff, okay? Okay. So, if I wanted to show you right here how to count 8 notes, well, Mr. C, what are you going to put? How am I know you're going to have 8 notes? I'm going to start putting pluses, okay? So it's going to be 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. I don't want you to solve the equation, Okay? I want you to read it to me. And I apologize for some reason when I record these videos, like right now, the microphone is to my right. But like when I go through the editing process, my microphone is on the other side of me. Right now, the microphone is right here, and then it flips to the other side for some reason. So if I'm pointing over here, and this is the end of where I write, I'm sorry, okay? Anyways, to playing 8th notes, I want you to say 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Remember, the pluses mean and, okay? And if you can say it, you can play it. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, okay? It's like this. Okay, now let's put them together. Check this out. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Just like that. Okay, when we start adding the E's and the A's, oh, that means we're playing 16th notes. Half of an eighth is a 16th in music. Okay, the notes, it's like a pyramid. Up here you got what's called the whole note, which gets 4 counts. Then you take half of it, and it becomes half notes, and they get 2 counts. And then you break it down even more. Half of a half is a quarter notes. Then you take half of the quarter notes, and they become 8 notes. And then half of 8 notes become a 16th notes, and then it keeps going, believe it or not, to 32nd notes, and sometimes even beyond, okay? But we're only going to go up to 16th, okay? When you start seeing 16th notes, when I want a bunch of 16th notes, let's show you what they look like. Actually, do I have any 16th notes in this book? Yes, I do. Yes, that's what I want, but it's not 100% what I want. Where is it? Here we go. I'm getting closer. All right, check this out. Okay, right. Oh, almost perfect. Right here at the top. Yeah, there we go. These are 16th notes. How do I know these are 16th notes? Because there's 2 lines on the top. You see that? One dark line, and then the notes. Okay. How does that? What's the difference between 16th notes and 8th notes? Okay, let's check it out. 8th notes only have 1 bar. You see that? 16th notes, that's now been doubled, and you have 2 bars. 32nd notes have 3 notes, and so on and so on and so on. Okay, if I wanted to play that, if I wanted you to play it, and I wanted to write this, getting all mixed up, I would put. I wouldn't put no. I would put 1 E and 2 E and Remember, E means E and A means plus means and, okay? And it will sound like this: 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. Okay? I wish I would have kept that page open. So if you notice, once again, for every quarter note, you have 4 16th notes. Okay, so you got 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. Okay, I'm sorry if this is getting a little confusing. It's hard to explain it when, you know. Never mind, I'm not going to get into it. I miss being in the classroom. All right, so let's play some basic rhythm warm-ups, okay? So right now, we're going to play 4 quarter notes and stop. It's right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you're just going to play. Play whatever you got. You got your drum pad and sticks, go for it. You're just going to tap on your legs. Hey, make it work. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 4 quarters and stop. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, stop. Do it again. Let's do it a little bit faster. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, stop. Good. Okay. Now we're going to play another rhythm, okay? We're going to play quarter note, and this R right here means rest, okay? Whenever you see this R, I want you to rest, okay? So we're going to go quarter, rest, quarter, rest. It's going to go like this. It's going to go boom, rest, okay? 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? I whispered 2 and 4 because I'm resting. You can also go like this. You can also go 1, rest, 3, rest. But it helps to say all the numbers, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. Because you're not going like this. You're not going 1, 2. No, that's something completely different, okay? We have to count our rests. Rests are still counted in music. They're just not played, okay? All right, let's do that one again. 1, rest, 3, rest. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. All right, let's throw some eighth notes in the mix now, okay? Let's go. What's going on here? Okay, everything's cool. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, 3 and, that means eighth notes. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, remember, in these two notes, the 3 and, we want to fit that in one beat, in one snap, in one click. Dut, dut. We want to put 2 notes in that one count, okay? Ba, ba. Okay, 1, 2. And if you can say this, you can play it. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's do it again. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Cool. All right, let's add more eighth notes to it. Okay, let's go 1, 2, and 3, 4, and. Okay, 1, 2, and 3, 4, and. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and. Okay, let's do it again. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and. Good. Now let's make it more complicated, okay? We're going to do 1, 2, and rest, 4, and. Okay? 1, 2, and rest, 4, and. It's going to sound like this. 1, 2, and rest, 4, and. Okay? 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, and rest, 4, and. Cool? 1, 2, again. Ready, go. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and. I messed it up. Let's try to do something different. Let's try it again. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, and rest, 4, and. Okay, cool. All right. It's time to get even more complicated. Oof. All right, we're going to throw 16th notes in the mix now. You ready for it? All right, we're going to try it. And I don't think I can snap to this, so we're going to have to do our best to keep time, okay? I want to do this. I want to do 1E and a 2, 3E and a 4, okay? Fast, 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 slow. Fast, 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 slow, if that helps you to remember. Okay, it's going to sound like this. 1E and a 2, 3E and a 4. Okay, you ready? Let's right here. 1E and a 2, 3E and a 4. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. 1E and a 2, 3E and a 4. Cool. Let's do it again. 1, 2, ready, go. 1E and a 2, 3E and a 4. Good. Now let's throw in a rest. Let's make it more complicated, okay? 1E and a 2, 3E and a rest. You ready? So it's going to sound like this. 1E and a 2, 3E and a rest. You just don't play that last beat. Ready? 1, 2, ready, go. 1E and a 2, 3E and a rest. Da, 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 da. Okay? 1, 2, one more time, go. 1E and a 2, 3E and a rest. Cool. There we go. Let me turn my phone off. Nope. There we go. Cool. All right. Let's do straight 16th notes. Okay? 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a. Okay? Just straight through. Okay? Not too fast. 1, 2, ready, go. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a. Do it again. 1, 2, ready, go. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a. Good. All right. Now, I want to introduce some new music notes to you. You guys ready? Here we go. Triplets. They're played kind of like how they're saying. Okay? Kind of how they're said. Okay? When you say triplet, triplets. When we played music, you want to play it triplet, okay? You want to have the 3 syllables. Triplet, okay? Triplet. That's how you play it. Triplet. But the thing is with triplets, you have 3 music notes, and you want to fit it in one beat, okay? So if I have one beat, and I want to fit 3 notes. Da, 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 da. 1, 2, 3, triplet, 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 triplet. Okay, not one. No, you want triplet, triplet. Make them really large and fat, like my gut. Triplet, triplet, triplet. Okay, and just to show you the notation, I had it on here, and I shouldn't have closed the book. Triplets, where are you? Here's triplets right here. Okay. Triplets, they look like that. They look like 8 notes, but they have a 3 on top. Ugh. See that? Right there. And for each group of 3, you have 1 beat. Triplet, 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 triplet. So you're fitting 3 notes into 1 beat. Da 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 da. See that? Triplet, 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 triplet. Cool? Cool. All right. So, let's give it a shot. Shall we? Here we go. Triplet, 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 triplet. Okay? And if you can see, I'm going to write right here. Triplet, 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 triplet. Okay? That's just, I've never actually used triplets in music yet. Okay? It's always been 16th notes, 8th notes, and that's where we've kept it and tried to work towards mastery with it. Triplets are something new to all of us. Okay? All right, here we go. Triplet, 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 triplet. Let's just play straight triplets, okay? So it's going to go 1 triplet, 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 triplet. Just like that 4 times, okay? 1, 2, 3, go. Triplet, 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 triplet. Good, let's do it again. 1, 2, ready, go. Triplet, 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 triplet. Last time. 1, 2, ready, go. Triplet, 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 triplet. Okay? If you're not comfortable with it, rewind it back a little bit and practice it some more. Okay? It's going to take a little bit getting used to. It's kind of something a little bit different. Okay? So just keep working at it and you'll be fine. Promise. I need more tea. Sweet tea. Okay, so the next thing I wanted to introduce you to is dotted 8th notes. Okay, and I know I'm totally going to explain this wrong because when I explain it the right way in class, it doesn't really make sense. Okay, and it's like, well, then explain it better, Mr. C. Well, it makes sense if you're an older musician student, but for young minds in music, it's kind of like, okay. So the way I always say it is anytime you see a note with a dot, you want to hold it just a little bit longer, okay? The official way is anytime you add a note, a dot to a note. And what I mean by that, let me see if I can find a dotted quarter note in here, because that would be a lot easier to see. Dotted quarters, there's dotted 8ths, dotted quarters. I don't see any dotted quarter notes. There's dotted, oh, I guess it would be too complicated. Okay, anyways, so here's a dotted, where's the page I was looking at? I should have marked it. Oh well. Here's what I wanted to show you guys. Anyways, check this out right there. You have a dotted 8th note. You see a little dot next to the note. Anytime you add a dot to a note, okay, that adds half of the note's value to itself. So you want to subtract half of the note from the note, then add it back onto the note. Does that make sense? Probably doesn't, okay? If you have a quarter note, what's half of a quarter note? A half a beat, okay? So you add half a beat to a quarter note, and that's the value of a dotted quarter note, 1.5. Instead of just being 1 beat now you have 1.5, okay? That's why I always just say, anytime you see a dot on a note, just hold it a tiny bit longer, whatever it is. Just a tiny bit longer, okay? So, and then usually, if it's a dotted quarter note, it's going to be dotted quarter note and an 8th note. Dotted quarter note and an 8th note, okay? You'll always see a faster note right after it because you want to stay in time, okay? So if this was a dotted quarter note and an 8th note, and we were playing dotted quarter, eighth note, dotted quarter, eighth note, it would be ba, 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 okay? Ba, 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 okay? It's a little confusing, but hey, I said we were going to do it, so let's give it a shot. We're almost out of time anyways, right? Okay, so, I don't want to do triplet dots. Yeah, I did. Where's the one that I wanted to show you guys? It's a really cool one. Anyways, okay. So this involves triplets and dotted eighth notes. And if we're looking at number 14 right here, check it out. Triplet ba, ba triplet, triplet, triplet ba, ba triplet, triplet. Okay, that's a pretty cool beat right there. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Okay, so I wanted to throw. I love this book. I'm using it too much and it falls apart. Okay, so triplet dotted quarter. Triplet da 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 da. Okay, let's try it together. It might not work. I might have to wait until school's back in session to really get people to understand, because it helps if you can see it in person and hear it in person instead of over a video. And, you know, with this instrument, it might not be the best to do triplets and dotted quarter notes and stuff, okay? So, let's give it a shot anyways. Why not? Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, ready. No, I should explain, okay? Triplet, dot, and triplet, triplet, okay? Da 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 da. Let's just play the rhythm out, okay? It seems a little too complicated for right now, but we will get into it later when we come back into class, okay? All right. Da 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 da. Cool. It's just something fun to mess with. Different rhythms like that. Just have fun with it, okay? You never know what you might think of next just messing with a complicated rhythm like that, okay? Add to it, build upon it, change it up, make it yours, okay? That's the fun about drumming. You're working with rhythms, you're working with beats, and you can always make it your own. Even just by changing one little small thing to a beat, becomes something completely different. It becomes your own. So, I hope you guys found this valuable. I can't believe that it's already over 30 minutes. It seems like I just got started on quarter notes. Keep practicing, practice rhythms. If you want to get this book, you can. The music shop is closed right now because of everything going on, but I know you can order it on Amazon. It's called Progressive Steps to Syncopation for the Modern Drummer, and it's by Ted Reed. So check it out. It's great practice for everyone. It doesn't matter what type of drummer you are. This is an excellent book, and I know some of you at the school got it already, so I'm glad you did. If you do have it, start working through it, okay? Work on the stuff that you know. Please feel free to contact me on the Remind page if you have any questions or you need help with the rhythms or anything like that. Tell your friends about these videos, okay? I want to make sure that everybody can see these videos and practice as much as they can. And I started doing some live videos where I just hang out and we chit chat, and you can come to me with any questions that you have involving practicing at home. All right, so hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you got something out of it. Practice reading music. Just practice reading it. What happened to my... Oh, here it is. This is what I should have been using. This would have made my life easier, but I forgot I had it. Okay. Matter of fact, I'm not going to end this yet. I'm lying to you. Okay. Your quarter notes can sometimes look like this. Okay. They're both the same. Okay, they're both the same. It's just different directions. All right, but they're both quarter notes. They're both the same. Okay, you got your eighth notes. Same thing. Okay, different directions. Same thing. Sometimes you'll see an eighth note by itself, and it looks like this. Okay, or it looks like that. Okay, that's still an eighth note, but it's just one eighth note. It's not two. Okay, and can't believe I forgot that I had this because this thing has been a lifesaver since I got it the other day. 16th notes. Remember, they have 2 bars. Okay. That's ugly. Sometimes you can see them in groups of 2 instead of 4. Same thing with 8th notes. Sometimes you could see one by itself. These are all 16th notes. Okay. Now, obviously, this has 4 16th notes. This has 1. This has 2. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, and you can even see them in 3s. I mean, why not? Okay. You won't see them. Usually, you won't see them in groups of more than 4. All right. Dotted notes. So that way you can see it better. Here's a dotted quarter note. Bam. Here's a dotted 8th note. I think the dot goes on that side. I'm probably wrong. I think it goes on the other side. Okay. 16th note. There you go. And remember, you want to just hold it a little bit longer, okay? So, and, triplets. Triplets are always going to be groups of 3. Okay, you have different variations, like you'll see a 6, sometimes you'll see a 5, but those are triplets, and yes, it can be the other way around. Okay. Triplets. Alright, so, yeah. I'm going to leave this out, make sure that I remember that I have it, and use it in the next video and everything else, because that little whiteboard is a lifesaver. So, alright guys, well, we're getting close to 40 minutes again. I need to keep my videos short. Alright, miss you guys. Have a good day. Hope you're doing good for your families. Keep practicing. Please keep practicing. No matter what you do, don't stop the music, alright? Miss you guys. See ya. Peace.